Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Army, and this is The Passage, Season 1, Episode 6, live fan reactions. So, another one in the books, another good episode. I saw a few guys chatting it up, and it did seem to start out a little bit, still some storytelling going on, but I'm telling you, I'm right there as they show more and more of the powers, and then we get into the story and see the connection with everybody, and in a little bit, seems like every week has a little bit of a mini cliffhanger. They're not afraid to keep you on the edge of your seats until the next week, and I guess that's why it starts out just a little bit average, and it does ramp up all throughout. So, you know, we got everybody here. We got our niche Passage fans, so let's throw it out there. 1 to 10, everybody, tonight. Let's see where you got it rated. I'm going to surprise you, I think, a little bit. Wow, a lot of people said great episode. So I'm looking forward to the scores. Let's see them. I get the feeling there's going to be a lot of 10s. We'll see. We'll see the scores roll in. We got a few 9s in there. Good one tonight. 9s and 10s. Lisa, super high, 13. I'm a little lower tonight. I'm going to give it about an 8. I know I'm typically up there. This was a little. Look, here's my rationale. I just think after 6 episodes, I want a little bit more action. It is getting, I mean, we saw Winston out there, and we got the attack in the cabin. So, I mean, that went down. And I did like the connection. But maybe I'm just kind of eager for a little bit more of the vampiring. It is, Coachella. It's the lowest score I've given. I've been up there 9, 9.5. I like the show. I guess I just didn't love it tonight. I got back into it when he started turning the lights on and fanning. That was cool. Did the book. I guess the book bothered me a little bit. Like, we know where the book is, but she mentioned it about 4 times. And then when she was being a jerk to Brad, I didn't like that part either. So maybe that's why I scored it a little bit lower. Yeah, I probably would have said, look, we're going to end up back there in a little bit. The book ain't, nobody wants your book. I'll go downstairs and get it once we're not being completely surrounded by vampires. What are you going to do? Read the book? They're going to be attacking you. You don't have time to read. You need to develop your powers. Practice your screaming. That's what I would have told her. I get it, Wilani. I mean, her mom, I know her mom gave her the book. I know it's important. But we're in a life or death situation right now. Heirlooms, let's deal with the matter at hand. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to discount how important it is and the sentimental value, but I just don't think it's going to be lost. So that part, I thought, could have been done a little bit more, or they didn't have to write that part into it. They could have just had her keep the book. I did want to go watch The Fly and eat some pizza, though. Well, see, Uncle Creepy, now that I'll give you. Okay, I do reserve the right. If there's something magical about that book or something that we don't know about the book, all right, then I'll go from an 8 to an 8.5. So, where she started acting a little bit different to Brad, was that See, that I guess that part, it didn't really confuse me. It kind of gave me a little bit of pause. Like he told her, he said, don't say anything. And then the first chance she gets, is it the virus doing it? Is it Fanning doing it to kind of push her a little bit? Or is it the fact that she's got this new power and she wants to kind of show it off a little bit? Like, who is the guy that fought the Black Panther? Anybody remember his name? You know, when they were up there and, you know, they were fighting to become the king. If you guys get this, then you'll get where I'm going with it. She's acting like Hennessy. That might be a little bit much. Not quite that bad. Was that his name? Was his name Killmonger? Well, anyway, if you saw the Black Panther, you'll know, his friend got the power, and then once he got the power, he wanted to start showing off. So I'm just wondering if that's a little bit of Amy. You know, Amy has not had that ability, and all of a sudden she gets the, I don't want to blame her because part of her she wanted to help too. But it seemed like, yeah, it was him. I'm not talking about the real actor though. It was a combination of wanting to show she could help and also to show that she could use her newfound power. But I thought she was a little tough. She even apologized for the way she acted toward Brad. Watch out though. There's some history. There's some animosity built up with Shauna and Sykes. A little creepy at the end, rolling the tennis ball there. I think we're going to get to a point where it's hard to tell reality from this whole fantasy that Fanning's created. What did you guys think about Jonas turning the lights on? Do you think that was a little bit extreme? Like he was enjoying it a little too much? I mean, anybody could have went in and did that job, but it had to be Jonas. He had to see the look on Fanning's face. So think about it. Jonas has already tested the virus on 10 people, one of them being a kid, fake deaths of several people, taking people out of jail, and then he went in there. It's going to be a big problem. I would not want to be Jonas. Fair enough. Roxanne's like, nah, just kill them all. Well, the problem now is if he kills them, apparently he's going to kill Amy too. So let me get this as a permanent part of this video. You guys do me a favor. Hey, there's no spoilers to this, so we're all kind of catching it, in real time. What would be your reaction? What was most surprising? What was most shocking? What did you enjoy the most about tonight's episode? Thomas D gave it a 9.5. We're on a little bit more of a delay tonight too, guys. It's all good. The playback will flow. Amy growing up pretty fast. Oh, Forrest says the dude knocking out Brad at the end. Sykes being a suicide survivor. Well, Thomas, we thought Clark was going to lean toward the good. I think a couple weeks ago we said, watch, the Brad and Clark partnership will be in full effect. Interaction between Sykes and Shauna Blaylock. Well, see, not only has Amy sort of getting her own identity turning on him a little bit, she apologized, but it was also a little surprising when the DOD guy, I can't remember his name, but he's like, Amy, you ride with me. Brad, you ride with your wife. So why couldn't Amy see that happening? She can read minds, and she can, she knows when people are in trouble. She couldn't kind of sense something was going to go on there. And why did she not do what she always did? And say, look, you and me, we're not separated. But, yeah, that didn't happen at all. That's why I gave it an 8. Just because of those things. Otherwise, it'd have been a 9.3. Amy don't care about Brad no more. She just wants her book. The guy's like, you come with me, Brad, you stay back there. Amy's like, word, just get me down to the basement. I got to find the book. Well, I also feel like, and I won't really hold it against this episode, but I feel like the bigger picture, they're a little too eager, a little too much buy into the evil nature of this guy. I mean, they all know that this guy's weaponizing these people. He's not trying to find a cure anymore. But yet, they're still kind of, for the most part, going along with him. Like, yeah, let's go find Winston. We'll put down that threat. And then he just wants to weaponize Amy. That's it. Those are the only minor little complaints that I have. I'm looking forward to more things than I have a problem with it. Show's very entertaining. Chris Rainick said Amy has all the control, but she's not using it 100% yet. Yeah, and we still got to see how Carter plays in. We didn't see Carter suffering, though. Yeah, I'm just wondering how many people are connected with this whole, you hurt one, you hurt them all. That's going to be a big problem. I mean, it certainly gives him a little bit of immunity. You can't kill Fanning. How do you fight Fanning without being able to kill him and without hurting Amy in return? Or maybe they don't care. That's a good point, Roxanne. We're going to have to dig down and find out that hidden clue. If you guys know the significance of 12, then leave it in thoughts and comments. I do like, though, well, maybe a little bit in sarcasm. How many times is, we're only on episode number 6. How many times has Brad been in a dire situation? He has been. Doesn't this have like a little bit of a 24 element to it? A little bit of Kiefer Sutherland. Like in 24 hours, I don't know if you guys remember that show, but Jack Bauer could get shot, and 2 hours later, he would be trying to like disarm a bomb. So I feel a little bit like Brad has got a little bit of that Jack Bauer in him. I mean, I don't know how many days have passed. It's been a few days, but certainly, look, they had the deal at the police station. Then he was almost dead, and Amy kept him alive. Then they got to the house. He turned himself in, and then they had that shootout. Yeah, I mean, he's got some stuff going on in just a short period of time. And he's not even a vampire. He's just a normal dude. I'll go back and count. It's not Fear the Walking Dead, coincidental, but it's still something to keep an eye on. So how many times they put Brad in a bad situation. And I forgot, he just got knocked in the back of the head. I think my favorite thing to do, or not to do, my favorite thing to see in television shows is how easy it is to knock somebody out. Is that even real? Can that even happen in real life? Because I feel like if you hit somebody in the back of the head like that, sometimes they're not going to make it. But in this TV show, they always do. It's just easy. Just bam. And you're just knocked out. No concussion. No, you broke a limb while you were falling down because somebody just hit you in the back of the head. Thomas D thinks Sykes dies this season. We did have a little side bet that she could be one of the first ones to go. Yeah. Coach L, I'm just being a little picky because that's probably one of the most overused things in movies and television. It's just kind of a given at this point. Somebody walks up behind you. I mean, Brad's not going to die. It's just bam. Okay, he's knocked out. But my point is, in an hour, it'll be back to like nothing ever happened to him. It's kind of like how many gunshot wounds they can get and survive. All right, we're going to give it a couple more minutes just to get your thoughts included in this video. I'm playing the role of critic tonight because I have been so high on the show. I love it. We've hyped it up. This wasn't my favorite episode. It's not terrible. It's not bad. It's good. I just didn't get the awesome vibe out of it. I'm still going to be there front and center next week, though. I'm going to watch the whole season. And I do reserve the right to add a little bit more to my score. Let me think about it. I'll think about it 24 hours, and then maybe I'll give it 8.6, 8.7. We'll get up just a little bit higher. But, you know, I can't, we're doing these shows, I can't love everything about everything. There's sometimes, you know, I am going to look for a little bit of opportunity. Imagine trying to sleep after trying to kill. Yeah, fanning's going to show up in the worst possible way. All right, so really quickly, last thing we're going to get in this video is, what do you think Fanning will do to exact his revenge on Jonas? You think he'll go after Jonas? You think he'll go after Jonas's wife? You think he'll take his wife? What do you guys think is going to happen? We'll get a couple thoughts in this video, and then we will wind it down because we're going to keep it relatively low-key tonight. Go after Elizabeth, says Northside Queen. Roxanne says, make his wife fall in love with him. Yeah, that'd be rough. Do something to his wife, for sure. Try to manipulate his wife even more. A lot of good subplots. And I guess one more question before we wind it down. What do you want to see next week? Any burning questions for next week? Anything burning? Pun fully intended. I'm looking forward to just a little bit more action. I did like the, you know, you got a vampire out on the loose and basically they're hunting a few more. The cool thing is, you know, pretty much if you kill the host or you kill the main person, then the other ones are going to fall in line. So I guess that doesn't spell the end of humanity. You do have a chance. And that's what I thought. You let enough of these out and they're just multiplying. You're never going to be able to catch up to them. There's going to be a little bit of maze working to figure out, like, all right, who's the main one? Who's the main vampire? All right, so got a few. Want to see what Fanning does next. And maybe see what, you know, how Amy's powers continue to develop. See if Amy can be up there with alpha status. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Appreciate you being here. This is The Passage, Season 1, Episode 6, live fan reactions. Appreciate you getting your thoughts, getting your comments, getting your reactions in this video. As always, make sure you guys bite the like button like Winston. You know, do it like Winston does. And also be here tomorrow night because not on this channel. We're going to be over on the 909 Dead channel talking a little bit of The Walking Dead. We're going to do our 5 best scenes from this week's episode number 10. Thanks, everybody. I will talk to you all tomorrow night. Have a good night. Peace.